Hello everybody, Luke Peterken here, PGA professional and fitting technician based in the TaylorMade Performance Lab here at Wentworth. What a morning we've had with the new TaylorMade M1 driver. I thought I would share its success with you. We've had two driver fittings back to back this morning. I'm going to share with you both fittings, first one right now, second in another video to follow. What we can see on the screen right now is a selection of shots with golfer number one's gamer driver, which is an R15, so it's only 1 year old. These shots the golfer was very happy with. As we can see, we've got some numbers here, trajectories and some dispersions. Let's go to the optimizer chart. I really like this feature to TrackMan. I think it's a perfect way to highlight one's performance with their gamer driver and whether they're hitting their optimum performance with it. If they're not, again, you can identify what we need to do to try and get to that optimum performance. But as you can see here, all of these orange numbers with some of these different aspects are perfectly within the blue zones. Ultimately, that's meaning that this golfer is pretty much getting an optimum performance from this golf club, which is good. That's always a positive thing. However, let's go to the M1 driver. Similar number of shots we've hit with it, and it's a similar spec as well. So I simply put in the shaft from the R15 into the M1. So the length is the same, shaft is the same. The head specification is pretty similar too in terms of loft. I haven't changed the loft at all. But as we can see here, first point, nice increase in club head speed and ball speed there compared to the gamer driver. Big increase. That's always a positive sign. That's ultimately going to help keep your distances up. Partly that will be down to the dynamics of the M1 club head. Nice lightweight composite crown, more importantly as well, on the top. So making the center of gravity nice and low, nice and far forward. That's helping increase the ball speed as well as reducing that spin rate a little bit. So the overall trajectories are a little bit flatter here. Land angles a little bit lower compared to the gamer driver, but this was not a negative thing at all, because if anything, this golfer suffers from a slightly spinny miss, so keeping that backspin a little bit on the lower end of the scale is ultimately going to help that miss as well. So we've got a nice increase in total distance and in carry distance as well, so a nice place to be. If we flick back to this screen, the trajectories are very similar as well, which is always a good thing. So the golfer still has his predictable ball flights. We're just simply moving that golf ball further up the fairway. So keeping up to date with technology is really working for this golfer. 10 yards as well as a nice increase in speed. So that's golfer number one. I'll share golfer number two with you in a second, but I hope already this is giving you a nice insight as to how keeping up to date with TaylorMade technology is really going to benefit your golf game. I'll speak to you very soon. I hope that's helped.